Check.
Check, mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Wagwan.
Meet the Lipz in the building right now. Y'all already know how we do.
How is everybody's weekend retrograde crisis? Listen. Mayday. In the field. Mayday, all hands on deck.
We gonna sit?
Y'all heard? Right now we have Tazz in the building. Y'all know how that goes. You see, he has a couple artists that's going to
Royalty Unleashed.
Yes, Royalty Unleashed, April 6th. Make sure you guys are there. Y'all will pull up. It's going to be a big, huge event.
It's going to be Queens, Jamaica.
Yes.
Multiplex Center.
Yes.
Okay, April 6th, and it's gonna be lit.
Doors open up at 5 p.m. sharp. Make sure you definitely come in early around 5 p.m. We actually have over 16 to 17 great vending that's going to be going on. So definitely come and support all the black businesses that will be in the building that night. Yeah. So we promote, you know what I'm saying, marketing and advertisement and uplifting our black entrepreneurs. So that's why UD is all about. Yeah, we've been promoting since October. Yeah. So we truthfully I've been teaching them because UDE is how would you say it? UDE is a production company. We don't just do fashion shows, you know what I'm saying? We present events. Right. So the brands that I feel that qualify to do my shows, these are the ones I give them the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to develop these skills when it comes to modeling, designers, things of that nature. So these models, designers, and vendors don't understand that they've been in training for the past 4 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why UD actually do when it comes to our, how would you say, battle zone. They call it a battle zone because it's boot camp.
What does UD actually stand for?
Ultimate Dream Entertainment. Ultimate Dream Entertainment.
What does the battle zone look like? Like, what is that?
Battle zone? What do you mean battle zone? In
terms of how you brand artists or how you put artists on, and because I went to the pre-fashion show behind the scenes event.
Oh, that was a photo shoot. Looked like a fashion show, right?
Yes, but the way that you not necessarily command everyone, but the way you tell people to brand themselves, the way you make sure everyone knows, like, listen, you need to market yourself like this. You need to move like this. You need to take these pictures. You need to align with these people. Right. So tell us kind of what that process is like. What do you feel like is important for the people that work with you to know? What are some of the things that you need them to know?
I just want people to know that first and foremost, I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I am a visionary, and basically God put me where I need to be at. So, you know, I started in the mainstream when it came to me being a talented individual. So from starting to do hair and being a professional dancer, I got the opportunity to work on the movie You Got Served. Yes. Then becoming a hairstylist. So being a hairstylist, Paul Mitchell allowed me to start with top industries, you know? So which was beneficial. So it's like what I've learned in the industry, that's why I brought to my company and teach them how to better market, advertise their brand. Whatever they're doing, you could do the same thing as well. So if I'm a person that's putting on a fashion show as a fashion producer, I have designers, I have vendors, and I have up and coming models. So we need to get together and do commercials and advertisement. Yes. If I'm paying you to be a part of your show, what's my benefit from this show? Right. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a benefit. Like the top modeling, the Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. Those are buyers in the front row. Right. Now, besides the buyers that's buying a couple 100,000 items, you have celebrities that's already purchasing.
So how important would you say networking is, though?
Networking is really right now very important because we have social media. Right. Everybody's on their phones. People cannot live off their phone. So right now, all the advertising we see it in slow motion, we see it faster in our phones. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So right now, everybody is a unique brand. Right. They just definitely have to learn how to support their culture. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. We are each other's sponsorship. It's the same way they are themselves. They're into the billion, y'all could get to the billion as well. as long as we can actually work together as a whole.
So when someone like Issa Rae says cross networking is more important than trying to network with people that are already successful in a sense, what are your thoughts on that?
While cross promoting?
Cross networking. So like reaching out to people that are still on your level more or less, that, you know, from your entertainers to your designers and things like that, versus trying to reach out to someone that's already successful and made it, and your chances are that they're not going to always reach back.
Well, the most important it is, once again, that's why social media is actually there. And basically, me teaching everybody I work with how to go about, you know what I'm saying, cross promotion. Don't be selfish.
Right.
This is our one show. And the thing with our culture, they can see 1,000 people in the room and thinking that your pocket is fat, but not knowing all this costs money. TV, press, media, the best of the best, you know what I'm saying, with or without sponsorship.
Right.
You understand? So cross promotion is very important to everybody's brand, because at the end of the day we're in the same circle.
Right. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're going to get back to some of our topics for today on our Topic Tuesday. Then we're gonna come back and reintroduce Tazz and his team. Again, they have their show coming up April 6th. All right, it's Battle Royale. But we're gonna touch on some of these topics really quickly.
Royalty Unleashed.
Yes. So real quick, let me introduce you as well. What's your name, Queen?
Hello, everybody. I am the capital GP, aka GP, the boss lady.
Yes. So where are you from?
From Harlem.
Okay.
Harlem Word. Stand up.
And you're a hip hop artist, right?
Yeah, and as well multiple other things.
All right.
What are those things?
Let's see.
Break it down.
Break it down. Okay. Well, I'm a music producer, film director, film editor, head of his marketing promotion campaign.
That's so true. I be forgetting I got 4 other what's that? IGs. You take care of all of them.
Yeah, I take care of all of them, from Board to Be a Model, Sassy Curry Divas, to Blaze the Runway and stuff. Yeah.
So how hard is it to be a female in the industry of producing? Because you know that's more or less a male dominated industry, more than hip hop itself. So how
absolutely.
do you feel? How do you maneuver in that?
I just be me all day. You know, I have this attitude that I'm gonna do what I want. You know, so nothing doesn't stop me.
Do you feel like any pressure to go harder or anything like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like when I hear like dope producers like Vinny Idol to Music Maestro, you know, these is platinum producers, you know, so when I listen to their work, I be like, oh man, I gotta step up my drum pattern or something, you know, or you know, I gotta jump, you know, do this or do that. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge.
So who are some of like your inspirations as far as like music producers?
Music producers, I have a lot. I really
Give us 3.
Yeah, give us your top 3.
Top 3.
That like when you hear something from them, you're like, damn, all right, I gotta do them almost. Right?
Well, I grew up listening to NWA, you know, so you know, Dr. Dre was like my #1, you know, and then when I got into my other zones and stuff, like I started messing with Swiss Beats and Timbaland.
So what about those 3 that like, because Timbaland is a completely different sound. Like,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm a different type of artist, so
Right.
I could get on his level. You know what I'm saying? I
got
could
you.
relate to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it comes to those beats and stuff, like I definitely pay attention to how he makes his beats and everything. You know?
Right. All right. So yeah, guys, we're gonna touch back in with her, and we're gonna touch back in with some of the other artists that Tazz has in the building today. And we're just gonna get into our Topic Tuesday. So first person I want to talk about real quick was Just Hilarious.
No, because this affected me personally because everyone compares me, for the most part, to Just Hilarious in terms of her funny, in terms of her aesthetic, just the way she looks and the way that she comes across. So this affected me personally, but get into why we're talking about Just Hilarious.
So Just Hilarious apparently is being accused right now of being a xenophobe. So pretty much after the whole attack in where was it again?
New Zealand.
New Zealand, yes. After the whole attack in New Zealand, you know, a lot of Muslims more or less were being accused of the attack. Same old, come on.
Right.
And on top of that, a lot of ignorance plays in the fact that people don't realize Sikh is a little bit different. Your Sikh religion is different than Sikh religion is different. That's something I actually learned while I was working at TSA, the different types of Muslim religions, you know, from the headpieces to what they wear and what they believe in. With that being said, there were a couple of Sikh brothers that were boarding the plane. I think it was 4 of them. And I saw this video. I saw the video.
It was a family.
It was a whole family?
It was a family.
So they were boarding the plane, because I only saw the 2 guys at the end with the headpiece on. And pretty much Just Hilarious recorded them saying, oh no, they're not getting on my plane, and whatever jokes she started to say. And on top of that, what the follow-up was, she was unapologetic in the first place. When she was originally getting attacked for it, she was being unapologetic, saying like, well, this is what it is, the times we in, you know, whatever, like it's just a joke, yada yada yada. I didn't get them kicked off the plane.
It wasn't even that it was a joke. She said that she was genuinely scared.
Yes.
She was trying to say like,
first.
I'm scared, I'm not getting on the plane with them, like I'm worried about this, whatever. But her stance was she didn't know what was going on in New Zealand. She didn't know about the attacks and the massacre, honestly, that happened out there. So she was just saying like she seen these people and they were getting on her plane and she was in fear for her life. That was her stance on everything.
Right. Now, eventually now she admitted to her ignorance on the religion in itself, and she was apologetic. My whole thing is, you sound as bad as white folk when they sit there and profile a black man for wearing a hoodie. You get what I'm saying? We can't point fingers and say that, well, it's cool, she was just joking, when we don't like it done to us. If anything, like, you know, we've always joked about the fact that Muslims, quote unquote, are the new black people in America. You know what I'm saying? They're always being profiled since 9/11. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately, on top of that, a lot of situations have happened where we point the fingers at Muslims, but we know who the real terrorists in this country are. Right. So it's just unfortunate that she would sit there and go through to that extreme, especially being a woman of color. And it was quite offensive. And even I was cringing. To me, it was very cringeworthy. It's nothing about that was actually funny, because at the end of the day, you're still pushing a rhetoric that isn't true. And so, yeah, she's been apologetic, but I don't know how her team is gonna clean this up, because that's a big no.
She didn't use her team,
but she might need to.
She went herself and she wrote her own apology or whatever. And basically she was trying to say like, well, for one, I didn't know what was going on in New Zealand. And then 2, like I was genuinely scared. And 3, I wasn't the reason why they were kicked off the plane. That's what she's holding on to. She wasn't the reason.
Also, she was saying she was ignorant to the fact that Sikh is just
she didn't know the difference. But my whole thing is, she doesn't understand how fast social media is, especially something like Twitter. Twitter picks up everything immediately and sends it out like that. It doesn't matter if you posted it 3 seconds ago. Once Twitter gets a hold of what you're talking about,
even if you delete it in 3 seconds, it's going to be
Twitter is going to take that and run with it. And everyone was just really disgusted, because she was somebody who they looked to for, you know, entertainment. They looked to for just with the mess that her news is real, etc., etc. And it's just like, you know, you're supposed to be for us. So the fact that you had a moment where it's like you seemed like you were on the other side and you weren't necessarily sticking up for the others, where for the most part, everyone who's a person of color, person of interest, person of, you know, humiliation, person of interest, you know, targets of the police, targets of this, it's like, you know, we've already created our own culture, our own, you know, village, our own family, in a sense where you have to be for us. You're supposed to be the voice for us. Rel for the most part is an all black show, and it's like you had the opportunity to kind of speak on certain things, and you use your platform to, you know, promote like bigotry in a sense and ignorance, because you didn't know something, you didn't do the research, and you didn't do your due diligence before you spoke. And it's like, if you were really that scared, if you were really that something, and that's my whole problem with social media, stop running to social media first.
Right, exactly.
Stop running to social media first.
Exactly.
Social media influencers and just like people who are so accustomed to being on their phones and recording themselves and recording their daily activities, we get it, but it's some point where you have to draw the line, where it's like, all right, I need to do my part first and then I'll talk, as opposed to just speaking first and then doing everything later and backtracking. Like, I can't really say that I understand why she was so afraid, because I don't. I see people all the time, and number one, if you really about that life how Justin makes it seem, and I'm sorry sis, I'm really sorry sis, but you make it seem like you about that life and you about whatever, all the smoke, all the tea, all the whatever.
Can't nobody do nothing to you.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you chose this point in time to be scary was just kind of like, alright, were you trying to be funny? Because she, at the end of the day, she wasn't trying to pass it off like, oh yeah, you know, this was a joke. I was trying to be funny. She was trying to make it seem like she was genuinely scared. And I know I've seen a lot of comments where it's just like, first of all, you have some shit on your head right now. You have a headband on.
You work when they can, and that always got some shit on it.
You got a turban on. So it's like, what part of, especially if you're saying that you did not see what happened in New Zealand, what part of that really put fear in your heart?
Right, exactly.
The kids, the wife, the husband, or the turbans? Right. Like, what was it?
My issue with her personally, I wouldn't say personally, but I do. My issue with her, I've seen kind of with a lot of Instagram influencers, I feel like they're getting a little bit high on their horses. You know, you'll notice the comments throughout the shade room. After a while, people are kind of like, girl, shut up. Like, you always got to comment. You always got to say something. Like, you always, now you're really being messy. Now you're always in something. So, I won't lie, like, I expected something to blow up in her face at some point. Like, I was kind of waiting for something to blow up in her face because I saw where she was going. I think she was doing a little too much. And I think this situation has humbled the hell out of her. And hopefully she could bounce back from it. Like, you know, I'm sure she would. Everything blows over. But she needed something to slow her down. I won't lie. Because I personally have been seeing where I think she's just been doing too much, saying too much. And I think, like you said, especially with social media, people get accustomed to just kind of like making it their life. And now saying things that eventually, obviously, you're going to regret and just going overboard. So, hopefully she'll bounce back. Like I said, it's social media. I'm sure it'll blow over, but she's going to take some time. I think she just need a break. I think she's already on the shade room. Maybe it's like, girl, take a day. Like, take a break. Shut up already. Like, you know, like, relax.
So, my whole thing, though, is like, at one point, I'm not going to hold y'all. At one point, I was just like, okay, well, being someone who grew up not necessarily of age to be there for like live comedies like Richard Pryor and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't in the time where I could be at these live shows or I could be at this, that. I grew up watching VHS tapes or, you know, finding other outlets like, say, YouTube more recently and et cetera, in terms of finding old comedy tapes and old this and old, you know, Def Jam, you know, commentaries and comedians and stuff like that. So I per se had to do my research because I love comedy. So I looked up these people. I got in tune with the Def Jam comedies, and I got in tune with, you know, the kings of comedies, queens of comedies, and just really researching like Richard Pryor live, Jamie Foxx live, Bernie Mac live, and you know what I'm saying, like watching these things. So it's like I did my research, and it's like, so when topics like this come up, I have this debate with myself where it's like, okay, well, are they trying to censor comedy?
I was about to say that because, you know,
in terms of comedy, that could have been a joke. It could have been a joke. It could have been like oh, look at these people coming on. But the way that she framed it, there was no joke. Exactly. Like, there was no way that you could kind of shape that to where it was funny. And that's a problem that I had, because it's like, okay, censorship is coming down and turning into cancel culture. In terms of having so-and-so censor this, or you can't curse, or you can't say this, or you can't say that in terms of comedy. Now it's like we have this cancel culture where it's like, alright, I'm gonna wait for you to talk,
right,
just so I can see what you saying, so that I can cancel it. You know what I'm saying? So I had that debate with myself, but I couldn't find a joke in that. I couldn't find your point. I couldn't find your point of view. I couldn't find something to make it okay. I couldn't.
And quite frankly, I think how the culture is set up now, and not to say that it's a little bit sensitive, but I think what it is forcing creators to be more creative. Like, it's not just look at the Muslim now. It's like, you have to be more creative in your joke because people are going to get offended. So I think it's forcing people to be more, like I said, creative. So if you're just sitting there and it's supposedly a joke, it's not going to come off that way because you're going to offend somebody. Just like if any comedian now said, you know, a black joke, we're gonna take that shit and we're gonna be like, yo, you're canceled. And that's just gonna be what it is. Jules, so if you're coming up with anything that's supposed to be a joke, we're not in the Richard Pryor era anymore. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we're not in that era anymore. We're in an era now where people are very more aware, and you know what I'm saying, and people are not letting shit.
Everything that come out your mouth.
So you have to be more mindful, and you have to get a little bit more clever. I'm sorry, and get more creative with what you say, because even Kevin Hart almost got thrown on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So
and to me, it's not even just being clever about what you say. It's like, what's your point?
Yeah, what's the motive?
What's your point? Like, what's the moral of the story? Yeah. What do you want to come from this?
Right. Exactly.
Like, and that was my thing. Like, okay, so you said everything. So what do you want to come from this? Because she was like, oh, I'm not the one who got them kicked off, but at the end of the day, they was on the plane, and that was her thing. Like, she was so wrong and strong with it. Like, they're not on the plane, and it wasn't because of me. So obviously they got kicked off the flight for a reason. But like I said, you don't understand how fast social media travels. So you don't know that your video just went to you. It could have went to whoever else, and the people who, like the flight attendants or the captain or somebody seen it and was just like, all right, maybe we need to look into this because somebody made a complaint online. And I know for a fact on Twitter, if you ask somebody, like if you say, oh, T-Mobile, you did this, T-Mobile's on the comment. If you say whoever, whatever, they have to respond. Because why? Because they feel like either it's gonna go viral or the right person's gonna see this. So that's my whole thing. What was your point?
Exactly.
What was your point?
As I said, I think she's just getting too ahead of herself, not for nothing. I think she still thinks she's on the block kicking it with her friends, honestly.
and you know, not to say that that's not cool or whatever. Like, people don't have the license to say what they want to say or whatever the case may be. But like, legit, what was your point? Like, because you're broadcasting this for everybody to see. So it's like, did they pull a gun on you? Did they put a knife on you?
Fearful of what? Yeah.
What did they show you that made you so threatened?
Besides walking their asses on the plane.
Besides literally just walking on the plane and having the turban. Like, that to me was just like, I can't even defend you, bro. Like, I can't even. There's nothing here for me to defend, honestly.
So, the next person though, I want to talk about, and it was a question I asked on Instagram with Gucci Mane. His baby mother, Sheena Evans, she was unsatisfied with the $2,000 she was receiving a month, $2,000 and some change that she was receiving a month, and she petitioned for his arrest so she could receive $20,000 per month. So my question now was, should the what do you call it, baby mama support? Should child support be based off of your significant other's
income?
Yeah, salary, income, or should it be based off of the bare necessities? And when I say necessities, I'm talking about just basic diapers, schooling, clothes, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
so with
because I'm on the fence with that. I feel like it's kind of, I'll just say tacky. If you're making millions, trillions of dollars, and your baby mother is the one who's solely taking care of your child, is out here, you know, scraping it together, but you're giving her just enough to take care of the child. I think that's a little tacky. But on the other hand, though, I don't think you should demand now half of what that man is making when you don't even have your own, you know, situation set up to take care of whatever. Like, I don't feel like you should be living off the back of others. So I'm on the fence. You know, I think it should be a fair enough amount, but I see how a lot of women, unfortunately, to say this, kind of drag it.
They drag it. They really, really do. I've be seeing on social media too. I'll be like, oh wow, like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you think? Like, I mean.
So all right, so I'll speak for myself first and foremost because I don't like speaking on what I don't know, and being that I have no father, I definitely know the situation. So here's my whole thing. My sperm donor was put on child support or whatever, and the way they do it is they take it out your check. So however much that you may be making or whatever the case may be, they take their percentage out or whatever. It's supposed to go straight to the baby mother or whatever the case may be. So in terms of that, I feel like with celebrities it's different because you kind of create your own tax bracket, you kind of create your own W-9s or whatever the case may be, and the government, for the most part, according to Cardi, they take out like 40 to 45% of what you earn, and it's like, okay, that's one thing. What are the child's needs?
Right.
Are you still treating your child as a child?
Right.
And not accessory?
Right.
That's the thing, because people are so quick to be like, oh, you know, my baby, I'm about to put my baby in Louis, Gucci, Versace.
Exactly.
Do they need that?
Right.
Like, will they die if they didn't have it?
Right.
Is it a pamper?
Right.
Is it a baby bottle? Is it is it something that they need in life? People tend to exaggerate that amount because of the luxury they live in or whatever, but that has nothing to do with me if I'm the father or if I'm the mother and I'm not the primary care, person or whatever. That has nothing to do with me. That's your personal life. You need to live by your means. That's my whole thing. I grew up with a very strong, independent, Black single mother, and it doesn't matter what was getting taken out of my sperm donor's check, my mother made it work. Period. She didn't look to it, she didn't depend on it, she made it work. And that's my problem, because Remy spoke on this on State of the Culture at one point, and it's like, what are you doing for your child that somebody who may not even necessarily be in the child's life, they're taking care of this expense, that expense? That to me sounds like either you still want to be with the person or you want the person to be involved to the point that they don't want to be, and that's a choice. If they're choosing not to be in your child's life, please don't force them to be in it, because the child is affected. I had to be forced to be around my sperm donor, and I don't fuck with you. You don't have no say in my life. Last time I seen this nigga, he came to my motherfucking house talking about some, who left the orange juice on the table? Bitch, me. Because why? I bought that orange juice. I run my house. You don't do nothing over here. I don't give a fuck what child support or what the fuck you think you got going over here. That's my shit.
Do you feel like that's the child support is a sense of like entitlement?
You giving this nigga license to do things or say things that he don't have no business doing. If he don't want to be in the kid's life, that's one thing. Leave it at that. He don't want to be in the kid's life. Take what you get and you don't get upset, period. You gotta make it work, because why you still chose to have these kids. And I don't believe, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not necessarily an advocate for abortion. I understand, things happen, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm not gonna come for anybody who's had an abortion or who's been in a situation where they couldn't provide for their kids, they had to do adoption, whatever the case may be. But don't make it seem like you want to force these men in their children's life. And then also don't put a barrier between the kid and the dad if they do want to be in the kid's life. Because you pumping child support, you pumping this, and you pumping static, you pumping this negative energy or whatever, that's going to push the dad away too. So it's like, know what he wants, know what you want, and make it the fuck work. Period. That's how I feel.
Can I say something behind that?
Yes.
I want to flip it around though, because you have certain women who be coming out of guys all the time, but you got to think about what do the guys do? You know what I'm saying, for us women to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Because just as you said, if a guy doesn't want to be in a child's life, what a female supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? That's why certain females come at them the way how they come at them, because they don't want to be in a child's life. You know what I'm saying? Certain females be like, nah, I got take him to court, you know what I'm saying, for more money or whatever. Me personally, I won't give it there. You know what I'm saying? Do you? I don't care. You know, like, let me know.
Right. Because you guys still do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
To. Like, at the end of the day, the kid is the one who suffers. The kid don't know nothing about all of this court system shit. The kid don't know nothing about, oh, I don't get along with my baby father. The kid don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
So why are you, who is the primary care provider, making it difficult for the kid?
Yeah.
So let me ask something too now, right? Like, is there no sense of, you know, especially if you're a public figure as a father, right? And you're the mother, you're sitting at home, you're seeing this guy living all his luxury, and maybe your lifestyle isn't nowhere close to that. Do you not feel as a mother a little bit of
jealousy? That's jealousy. That's envy.
Not necessarily jealousy.
It's not obligation. You're not obligated to what somebody else make.
No, but for your child at least to get a taste of, because at the end of your child, and in some cases these kids are kind of looking like, damn, that daddy living good. Because even Offset admitted to that. He said he puts his kids' parents, his kids' mothers in positions that are in setups where they're not looking at daddy like, damn, daddy just walked out of this $1 million house where we living on crackers and cheese. You get what I'm saying? Because there is a certain obligation where your kids is looking at the father and they're kind of like, damn, he living good. He taking his kid that's at that house like this.
Yeah.
And I'm being taken care of like that. Granted, I'm getting the necessities that I need, but shit, you know what I'm saying? So I think there is certain a level of obligation to feel as a mother to kind of be like, damn, I gotta make sure my kid at least, you know, can experience a little bit of what this father is doing to his other kids at least, you know, or his own situation and whatnot. You know, I don't think it's to mooch off of all the way, because, you know, granted 20K is OD, but I think it's fair to say that you would want your child to at least feel just as loved or just as comfortable as the father is living.
But it shouldn't be about the
and
money.
I disagree.
No, it shouldn't be about the money, period. My thing is, y'all both laid in a bed together. Y'all both made this baby together, so it should be 50-50.
Right.
Alright, so here's my thing. I don't give a fuck what them kids is doing with that.
Exactly.
That was his choice at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You can't make somebody. You can't force somebody to make these choices.
It's just has
you
as
can't
a mother
look,
has to step up.
That's
and do what you
period.
gotta do.
Yeah, that's period.
But I'm not saying that
comes down to, what that comes down to is envy and jealousy. That's not your life.
But
it's not your life.
On the,
you
the
can't.
parent feeling, the mother feeling
it's
type
not.
of way.
I don't.
Because I feel like if I'm a kid and not for nothing, I'm watching.
You're
my
not
stepbrothers
thinking
and
about
sisters
that.
living
No,
good
you're not.
on
You're
yachts.
not.
Yes,
You're not.
you are. I know.
I have other
my
brothers
stepbrothers
and sisters
living on yachts, bitch. I'm be like, hold up.
No.
Pull this nigga. Why the fuck I ain't get a trip nowhere yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that sounds surreal. Like, and I'm not talking about no baby. I'm talking about teenagers and shit.
Yeah, because I have a teenager.
No.
My oldest daughter does feel some type of way.
No.
At the end of the day,
as a mother, you're gonna do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a certain fairness that needs to be involved, and I think, and it's not about the mother feeling no type of way. I do feel like though that a child is going to look at their siblings and at their other parent living a certain type of way, and they're gonna feel like, damn, am I not loved enough?
That's not love. That's not love.
We know that as adults. Kids don't know that.
I'm telling you, I'm not telling you as an adult. I'm not talking as an adult. I'm talking as a kid who's been in a situation. That's not love. That's not gonna tell me you love me. I remember my father driving whatever foreign car, pulling up to my graduation for 2 seconds. And all I cared about was the 2 seconds. Not about the money that he gave me at the end. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about you being there. Nobody give a fuck about the money, about the cars, about the... If you a child, you give about the love, period. Your interaction, the attention that you're giving. If you're not giving your child attention, or whatever case may be, the child is gonna do with the fuck out. Period. If I'm not used to my father being around, if I'm not used to my mother being around, I'm gonna motherfucking adapt. Period. I'm not gonna linger on the fact that you're not here. No. And that's not talking about every kid, but for the kids that I know, including myself, I'm not lingering on the fact that you're not here. I'm gonna keep it the fuck pushing. I'm not gonna watch what you're doing. That has nothing to do with me, and that's not gonna show me how much you love me or not. The fact that you're not here already shows me how much you love me. Period. I don't give a fuck how much money you making. That has nothing to do with it. So my mother going to court talking about some, I want 20K, that's your personal prerogative. That has nothing to do with the love that I'm getting. I want my father to be here, period. If he's not here, then I'm going to do it out. I don't give a fuck about no money.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just feel like it's all inclusive, though. I think it's all in.
That's different. To me, that's not love. To me, that means you have a false idea of what love is, and that means you're waiting for somebody to spend money on you, and that's gonna dictate how you have relationship in general. So now when you get into a relationship with a nigga or a girl, you won't expect them to do certain things for you because you feel like that's them showing their love. No, them showing their love is them being there. Them showing their love is them supporting you. Them showing their love is them, you know what I'm saying, like pushing you, empowering you. Your money, your feasible things, your tangible things is not gonna tell me that you love me. Period. Because when anything can happen at any point in time. So you're telling me if my father is living large, he got millions and millions of dollars, and now the nigga's a fucking crackhead on the corner, that means that he no longer loves me because he could no longer provide for me? No, you coming to me saying, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you are. I'm proud of you. You know, we playing catch. You catch the ball for the first time in however many times or whatever case it be. I'm proud of you. That's love. You know what I'm saying? We spending quality time. People don't understand what the fuck quality time is. They feel like, oh, we gotta split a date. I gotta go 50-50. I gotta put bread up. That means I love you. No, quality times is you learning me learning you, us evolving together, us appreciating each other. That's quality time. What did we get out of this experience? We spent 30 minutes together. What happened in these 30 minutes? You spent bread? That means you love me? No, because you could spend bread in 2 seconds and walk off. As opposed to you being with somebody with 30 minutes, and now I know that you was, dealing drugs and you couldn't be around for me because you got locked up. I know that you was, in school, getting your degree, and you was here for me, but you couldn't be here for 24 hours. You had to be away at school because you and my mother wasn't getting along, but you had to, provide it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Quality time, bonding, giving a fuck about me and what I got going on as your kid. That means that you love me. Your money, what you got going on, what cars you drive, all this other extra shit, all these tangible things that can leave at any point in time does not mean that you love me, period.
I agree with what you're saying, but I still feel like, and I'm going to stick to that, because I feel like as a child, though, especially if you have siblings and you're watching how your siblings are living, you're going to still feel some type of way. Because you don't fully understand what the love is, especially if that person ain't been around. All you see is what the fuck they're getting, and you're just kind of like, well, damn. There's a level of association is what I'm saying. You get what I mean? So, like, I'm still associating the love with how he's treating.
So I blame your mother.
I
blame the mother because the mother didn't show you what real love was.
No, I agree with what we know love is, right? But if you are a child, though, and you're watching your siblings being treated and catered to in a certain way, it's still a portion of you that's like, all right, damn, he ain't pick up the phone and call me. On top of the fact that my siblings is riding out here in yachts. On top of the fact that my sneakers is halfway off. But you know what I'm saying? My siblings is out here with the best Gucci's on. It's still a certain association to that. So it might not be that it's genuinely money. I'm not sitting here saying like, damn, well, they're getting all the money in the world. But what I'm saying is, then he's taking the fuck care of them. Yeah. That's what it is.
So
he's putting the effort in to take care of them, making sure they're dressed and fed the fuck right. You get what I'm saying? I agree.
What I feel like you're saying is that, okay, you have some kids out there that feel like, what's wrong with me that makes you feel like these kids you could take care of, right, but I'm not being taken care of. But again, like I said, I blame the mother. I blame the mother because it's your relationship with my father that's not keeping him here. That's what it is. It's not the kid. Kids are innocent. Kids didn't do nothing wrong.
No, but
if the father is not giving you that attention, the hypothetical child, if the father's not giving you that attention, what is keeping him from giving you that attention?
No, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say blame the mother because that's not always the case. Sometimes them niggas don't want to be with the parent, period, and they just want to. You got to tell me white families run off and go have a whole nother fucking family just because. That's just on some real shit. So it's not even about.
But at the end of the day, that still comes down to the mom.
Now hell no.
I don't want to be associated with the mom.
Nah,
I don't want to be associated with the
that.
mom,
I'm
and
not
I don't
gonna
want
ride
to be
with that.
associated with the kids that came from the
Nah,
mom
'cause
because
that's
they
not
remind me
always
of the
the
mom. That's the situation.
No, because there be niggas that say if he would have just got up, just like when they say, oh, he gonna do your ass for a white girl. It be niggas that would sit there. He would have had his his baby mother or his situation at home. Say he just hit the fucking lotto. It's niggas that's fucked up like that where they feel like, oh, I got money now, I can get this bad bitch, and they would leave you after you being a good
But you
woman,
agree with me a
being
little
good-
bit.
Yeah,
Because
but
at the end of the day, it's not about the kid. It's about the
No,
mom.
I'm not saying it's about the
It's
kid
about the
personally,
mom. And it's not blaming the mom. It's blaming the relationship that he has with the mom. Whether it's because he thought he was a fucking gorilla bitch or whatever the fuck he thought it was. You know what I'm saying? It's the association he has with the mom.
But
it
he
doesn't have
still
anything
left
to do with the kids.
but he still
the kids
leaves the
are an
family,
extension.
though.
The kids are an extension of the mother and the relationship with the mom.
But he still is still obligated, and he's still responsible for that child.
Of course.
Period. So that's what I'm saying. So either way, whether I'm not telling him he got to trick
But
the mother.
20
He don't
bands
gotta do
and 2
shit for that
bands
mother.
don't.
No,
20
I agree
bands
with
and 2
that.
bands
I
don't.
agree with that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about taking care of the fucking child to make sure that they're all.
But if the baby mother is making it difficult for him to be around,
That's
he's not gonna be
different.
around.
That's different. That's
but
different.
that's what
We're
the
not
situation
speaking-
is, though.
Well, I don't know. I
because-
don't know. I didn't know
whether because
Gucci
he
Mane's
fucked her
full
on
situation.
whether because he fucked her on a drunk night, whether that wasn't necessarily his preference, whether that wasn't somebody who he really seen the future with or whatever the case may be, it's the relationship with the mom. Because look at Drake right now. Everybody was talking all this shit about Drake and the baby mother and da-da-da-da, but Drake is flying that baby mother out to this and that. Drake is making time for his child for this and that. Drake
For
is
the child.
doing,
He don't even fuck with the mother though.
but he still
don't
has
fuck with her,
he
though.
still has a good relationship with the mom because
For the
the
sake
mom
of that
is the one
child.
bringing the child to these things.
For the sake
You
of
cannot
that
just
child.
fly the child out by himself.
But-
He is accommodating the mom. He's giving the mom the flights. He's giving the mom the treatment because of his relationship with the mom. If he didn't have a good relationship with the mom, he would not have this relationship with the child.
I see what you're saying, but I'm
Because
talking
there
about
are mothers who really keep their kids away from their dads. Because they're tight
No, I
about
agree.
they're tight about the upgrade that he got. They're tight about the money that he got. They're tight about the way that he's not treating them, not the kid.
No, I
Them.
agree with that, but I'm talking about the ones that don't.
I just
don't
think the
have
kids
no
not to be
problems
blamed for this shit.
with
Like,
the damn baby daddy.
the kids
But
ain't
we gotta
doing
go. Hold on,
nothing.
we do gotta go to commercial break. We going over. We'll be right back. So we're back. We just had like cute little heat discussion and all that. That's how we do here, you know. But now to our interviews. Again, guys, the Battle Royale, April 6th. It's going to be going down. Make sure you guys are in there. Hit us
But
up
you
for
don't got the court
tickets.
table.
Hit us up for information. It's all on our page. Also follow Tazz. It's all on his page. One of the artists is here right now. We have 3 artists here tonight?
Yeah, 3 of the ones. Yeah.
we got Raina Von
It's,
Chase in the
it's 8 total,
building.
It's 8 total, but you know what I'm saying, the ones that came through.
Do it for the
So.
ladies.
Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna have you reintroduce yourself. Again, tell us a little bit about your music and what you're gonna be bringing to the show.
All right. Once again, I am the capital GP, aka GP, the Boss Lady. I will be performing April 6th at Jamaican Performing Arts Center. My music is kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, I'm a Gemini, so, you know what I'm saying, I go through a lot of emotional, you know, things and stuff. So I'm versatile. You know what I'm saying? I just don't stick to one lane. So you're going to hear April the 6th, y'all gonna hear what y'all just heard a few minutes ago, which was Slay, which I created that just for the models, for the runway type of theme and stuff like that. And then Party Ain't a Party is a new track that I just recently recorded and stuff like that. So I'm definitely testing the waters on that track right there. But right now I'm getting a good feedback on that. So, you know, just check me out. You know?
She be live on stage.
I be turning up.
What's your stage presence like?
Oh, I'm high energy. Like, if you could just think of a DMX, MOP, you know, that type of energy on the stage, that's me.
So
right
lyrical, man. You lyrical.
there. Yeah.
Can we hear something?
Nah.
Hey.
Say April 6th.
No, I was just playing.
So I want to know too though, as a producer as well, do you like making your own beats for your music, or do you feel more comfortable when you make your own beats?
You know what's funny? I love working with other producers.
Okay.
That's the funniest thing ever. Like I can I make beats all day and stuff, and just have other artists rock out to my stuff.
Okay.
But when it comes to me personally, I have a specific sound that I be looking for, and sometimes I don't be making that sound that I want personally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had to learn. Matter of fact, I had to learn to separate myself as a producer and as an artist.
Okay.
And stuff. So once I learned how to separate it, that's when I say, all right, well, I can't make no more beats for myself. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. Shout out to New York Bangers, 84 Music One. Those my top producers. If nobody don't know who New York Banger is, he's the one who produced the Ooh Beat for Young M.A. And he's also the one who produced the track Slay, the one I'm about to perform on April the 6th. So, yeah.
Alright, so, do you feel like you need a gimmick in this industry or anything
nah, man. Like I said, I'm pure raw with it. You know what I'm saying? Straight raw. I talk about my life. I talk about my past. I talk about everything, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm in turn up mode, partying mode, I talk about females, you know what I mean? I talk about whatever I feel like talking about.
Right. My question to you is, how long do you feel like that will last? Because I feel like for the most part, as you evolve as a person, your artistry evolves.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like at one point you do have to elevate that sound? And let it match what you are currently going through and what do you have around you experiences, or are you just gonna stick with that lane and stay there?
Like I said, I'm versatile.
Okay.
That's so true. I've been working with this young lady for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
And she's hardcore. When she's on stage, she goes all. And I was like, you have to calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can see the regime now. She knows how to tolerate it. But working with her for the past 5 years, I've learned how to work with her to change her music. So now she like out of the 200,000 tracks she already do have, it's just like she has a new circle of music that we've been collaborating with, because the sound is changing, but at the end of the day, when you know talent, it's talent.
Right.
You could be stuck on something, but at the end of the day, if somebody don't pull you out to see diversities, it'd be like, oh wow, I could do this too. And she challenged herself within the past 5 years.
Your range.
Yes, in everything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? With everything. So it's just like, she's not only a person on my stage, we build you know what I'm saying, a collaboration. So as a production company, it's like when you see these big shows with Beyonce's, those big production companies, this is what I look for when it comes to talent. I'm not looking for talent show actors, I'm looking for artists, you know what I'm saying? And basically doing artist development, there's so many different things. She already knew how to, live on the stage. So at the end of the day, how to bring in your, you know what I'm saying, your supporters.
Exactly.
Right.
So let us know where to find your music. We're gonna introduce the next artist as well, but I want everybody to know where to find you, where to find your music, what you got coming up next as well.
All right. Well, you could actually just Google me, the capital GP, aka GP the Boss Lady. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Spotify, DatPiff. Yeah.
Alright.
YouTube, Dirty NY TV, that's my TV show. Comes on MNN, you know what I'm saying, every week or every Thursday, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
And what events you got coming up other than April 6th?
I got the shoot-a-thon.
Okay.
Even though that's a photo shoot, a 3-day
Y'all
photo
need to come
shoot.
to the NYC shoot.
But yeah.
3 days.
Definitely.
Last year they had 150 models that came out.
Crazy.
That's
It was, yeah.
Mr. Don been
This is
getting
my
it
first
on.
time going, even though that I've been knew about it for mad years though, but I can't wait. I'm very excited. Far has shows up coming up. I'm not doing shows right now because I'm in the lab. I'm working on a new project right now, so definitely, you know.
Somebody asked me to spit a quick 7 bars.
7 bars.
You need a beat? You gotta drop a
I
beat.
never heard about 7 bars.
Yo, this is for my lady bosses. Bosses in the power movement don't need it, even when you need it, cause you independent, taking charge like a dominatrix. When you coming in the room, flirting mode, looking like a sexy waitress. Be the bosses that you are, they complete what you start. Low key, hood stars, majors in boulevards, internet, feeling large, cause I manage any data, clue, different genders. Straight living sister, cinder. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fire.
That's light bars right there. I ain't spend no
what's
heavy
up.
bars for y'all right now.
Yes.
I need to go smoke.
Alright, Tazz, who you have next that you want to sit with us? You know what I'm saying? We got a full
Miss
house
Raina.
in here.
Raina.
Raina.
First of all, I got beef with Raina because she got too many damn friends on Facebook that I can no longer get my request in. I'm gonna need you to delete one person so you can add me.
Right now.
Yo, what's crazy is that I fake been knowing Raina for a little minute now. Because we have a lot of mutual friends.
Okay, this one.
But I could not get in tune with you like I wanted to because you got way too many
Thank
friends
you.
on
No,
Facebook.
I'm gonna add you right now. All right, what's your Facebook name?
All right, Miss Ariel, can you
Joan
introduce yourself? Let us know who you
Okay,
are.
all right, we're gonna do that after then.
Yes.
Y'all, hold on, let me get my live popping because everybody got their social media popping. We gotta.
But Raina is dope. Not only she's dope, she's beautiful.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Guys,
Naturally,
thank you.
too.
Where's your headphones, mama? Get her some headphones.
All right, so like introduce yourself. Let us know what you do, what your music is about, all of that.
Well, my name once again is Raina Von Chase. I pretty much, I kind of do whatever I want, but you know, just to narrow it down, I just say R&B for the most part.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, like if I want to rap, I call it rap singing. I would never call myself a rapper. I'm a rap singer, so
Like
I
a
sing
Drake and a
fast.
Drake.
Yeah, I sing fast. That kind of thing. But
So what
then
do you think
have
about
me.
when people say that R&B is dead?
I don't care what they say. I don't know what they're talking about. Everything evolves. Nothing really dies. Nothing dies. So if that's they can't say that. If anything, I think it's like great right now. We have Ella Mai. Love her. We got SZA. We got Summer Walker. We got Kalani. What are people talking about? They're talking about. We still got Chris Brown.
Amen.
Yeah. we got what's that other guy name? Jacquees.
Daniel Caesar.
Right.
Oh, him
Yeah,
too.
Daniel Caesar's
Black.
right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love him. So yeah, people don't know what they're talking about.
Right. So what is it that you feel like you offer to to R&B?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it gonna sound weird that like I wouldn't really have an answer for that. What I'm offering, it's just like I'm just being
Who are you?
vulnerable. I'm just
Right.
showing you who I am. You either gonna run with it or you're just gonna get ran over. It's really either one of those. So I can't say, oh, I'm just here to offer this. Like I'm gonna create something. You gonna like it or not? I
So
don't know.
who are you? Who is Raina?
Raina is a moody motherfucker.
Yes, I'm here for that.
What's your sign? What's your sign?
Aries, but my moon is a Scorpio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know, two strong ass signs.
It's
I'm crazy in my head all the time. Shit.
Yeah.
What about everybody else? What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a
Love
Leo.
Capricorn.
Yes.
I love Leo.
Yes.
Tazz, I'm
Leo,
thinking
baby.
Virgo, like my mommy.
My mom's a Virgo too, yeah.
Oh, Virgos.
So you like writing your own music a lot, or do you kind of like allow someone else to be a little bit creative in the writing department for you? You just deliver it.
I've written almost all of my songs. I don't think I've ever had anybody write for me, but I'm definitely open for it because, you know, different minds, no two heads are alike. So I'm definitely open to it. But right now, I'll just be writing for myself. Hi, everybody. I didn't contour my
Okay,
face.
so here's my whole thing, right? So everyone gets on rappers for not writing their own lyrics or whatever the case may be, but we know that R&B singers, pop singers, and almost everyone else, they have a writer or someone who's in the studio with them, like helping with their lyrics, like, oh no, say it like that, da da da, and that
is a part of the writing process. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like you would allow other people in the studio, kind of how like men, they allow people in the studios to inspire them, whether it be like a bad bitch just twerking on the side, or you know, they homeboys smoking in the corner, whatever the case may be. What's your studio sessions feel like?
My studio sessions are empty. It's me, my engineer. I don't let nobody in them. If you come in, you gotta turn your phone off. That's if you make it in. Like I don't, but it's crazy because I wouldn't be opposed to trying a different dynamic, but you'd have to actually be contributing to the whole process. Like I don't need somebody just smoking weed, somebody shaking their booty, or somebody just, you know, you have to actually be a part of the creative process. It took me a while, like with the new engineer I have now, for him to be like, well, wait, why don't you try this, try that? I usually be like, no, it's this way, that's the way it's supposed to be. So I'm learning that, like I said, no two heads are alike. So I wouldn't be opposed to people being in my sessions, but it just be like, when people start talking and yapping or and start doing this and that, no, you don't know nothing. It's me, my engineer, shut up.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the environment that you create for yourself in order to tap into that like
like what's your creative process like?
Yeah.
Well, it gotta be clean. So my engineer know that if it ain't clean, I'll be pissed off. I'm like OCD. So
Clean in terms of what?
clean, like bleach down, headphones
the
gotta be
area around
bleached.
you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all bleached these. I'm trying not to go over my head right now.
Censorship.
Nah, like candles gotta be lit.
Okay.
Perfect temperature. Smell. I get a burner. Yeah, it's just, it has to be like really comfortable for me, or I'm just like, you know, I'm not gonna be there. What else? This is gonna sound weird, but I don't like to record after I eat. Like I like to record hungry. I don't know why. Like this shit is mad weird.
I think that's a subconscious thing. So it's like if I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Right.
Like I want it.
Oh, maybe.
I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, maybe dead ass. Like all I need is like maybe some water, my halls, and some Bacardi. I'm good to go. I don't need food for hours. And then once I'm done, it's like I kind of like get back to earth. Like I'm a human. I gotta eat.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of the R&B names that we mentioned, right? A lot of them are very into they don't want to be too famous thing. Like they don't want to be seen too much. Like Summer Walker, she was performing in pajamas. She said straight up, like I'm not a celebrity. They just want to make music. What's your end game? Like, do you mind the exposure? Do you mind being known as a celebrity, a role model, or do you kind of just want to still just be on?
Let your art speak for itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes! I feel like I'm half and half because you have the real me that just like to stay home, that don't want to do nothing, just cook, clean, watch Netflix. And then you got the other side of me that just really want to flex. So it's hard. I can't choose a side. I'm gonna choose the flex.
No, but why I say that is because I feel like sometimes people get so caught up with designers, people get so caught up with what you should look like, and because we're in the social media era, everyone wants to know what you look like in order to like you, as opposed to being like, no, your music is lit and da-da-da, that's it. And I feel like that's kind of why like a Her and a Sia separate themselves from their art. So it's like, okay, so do you mind being labeled as a bad bitch or like a model or like a face? Like, do you mind that being part of your brand?
Kind of a gimmick in a sense.
Kind of a gimmick in a sense, or do you want that to be two separate things? Like, all right, I can model, I can do this, I can do that to expand my brand, but this is still my art, and it's not necessarily turn up. It's not necessarily I'm about to, post my ass, post my tits, post my nice ass face or whatever. My hair is real, whatever the case may be. Like, do you feel like you need to isolate your art and let it speak for itself in the sense that your music may be saying like, yo, I'm broken, I'm this, I'm that, and then your IG is saying, I'm this bitch, I'm bad, I got money, I got that. Because Instagram, that's what it is for, like you said, to flex. But your music may not necessarily be that. So how do you bridge that gap?
It's so hard to bridge that gap, and it's crazy because I feel like I have this conversation with a lot of people. Conversations in period. There is such a duality to me. And I think I'm into signs, so whatever. Like I said, my fire sign is my moon, my water sign. My fire sign is my sun, my water sign is my moon. There is never a time where I can tell you I am solidified in this. There's going to be times where, yes, I'm going to be that commercial. It's all about, the flex. And then if you know the real me, you're going to know what makes me vulnerable, or but it's always gonna be music or my creativity that's gonna come first. Nobody's gonna be able to take that away, but that will segue into the major flex to what I want. You know what I mean? So it's like when you humble for so long, you're just like, fuck that shit.
No, seriously.
Yeah, you know, everybody has a little ego, and you know, sometimes you want to feed that. So I'm ready to feed it. Like, come on, you get one life, you know, just do what you want.
So what's your most vulnerable song, or what's your favorite song, whatever, that you feel like really embodies who you are at this point?
From me or like another artist?
From you. I mean, and another artist too.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick another artist.
I want to hear it though. I want you to hear.
But the thing is though, I don't have a song I would say per se as good as the two songs I'm gonna say, and I don't really know the lyrics, but I've heard them twice or like 3 times, and I was like, damn, these shits are lit. 2 of them. Summer Walker's called Riot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't get her started.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Ariana Grande, I think it's called, was it Need Me or Vulnerable or something? It's right off the newest project. Damn it!
Can we hear a little bit? Like, what's
I literally like I hear it, but I don't know the words. I can't like sing it back to you. Riot, I heard him. I want to say maybe about like 2 or 3 times. The song by Ariana Grande, my coworker, she played it for me. I was like, yo, she's really saying. You know, I wish I could sing it for you guys. I really can't.
So, all right, so do a little bit of Riot then. We want to hear that.
Oh my God. Okay, what's the words again? You say you want love, babe. Something like that, right?
That's how it goes.
And you say you could give it to me, just how I yearn it. What's the words again? Dun 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 dun. Haiti. I only know that part 'cause I'm from Haiti.
Yeah.
But whatever. You say all the time, keeps it quiet. Whatever. They're asking me to sing a song that I don't really know. How is that fair?
Listen, I just want to hear you sing. Sing a song that you know.
So what is it that the fact that you were naturally blessed to sing that got you into singing, or is it that it was just something that you always had a passion for?
I just woke up and I was just singing around the damn house. I don't know. My mom, I be trying to think, like, did I ever get it from her? Because she was always singing around the house. The first CD I learned was a country CD.
Oh, wow.
That's really not the first time I heard that.
Yeah?
Country, yes. That's
Really?
not the first time I heard that.
Yeah, Lori Morgan. Now's her name. You know, I hope she's still alive. It's lit. Lori Morgan, thank you. Yeah, I can't remember a time I wasn't singing or a time where I didn't say I didn't want to be successful in music. Like, it was just always that, to be honest.
So what does your success in music look like? Like, what does that look like? What's your end game?
My end game. All right. So I don't necessarily want to put it on monetary so much. I want to... this is where the ego comes out. I think subconsciously, there's some kind of acknowledgement that I feel like my music needs. Because it's just like, I work so hard on it. Whether it be like, you know, the tone or the harmonies or the entendres, or like, I just work so hard on it. And I think the end game will be, yes, of course, success, but I want to be able to venture out to certain things. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to be like, to myself, like, Raina, this is what you wanted, and guess what? Like, it happened. You manifested that.
Gotcha.
So I think I'm just trying to prove something to myself at this point. Like, you love something so much. It's just like, bitch, get over here. What the fuck is you doing?
That's all right. We're gonna go to commercial break real quick, and when we get back, we're gonna, let you tell us how to find you, how to find your music, and what you got coming up. All right.
All right.
Are we back on the air?
So we're here again with Raina.
That
That beautiful Raina. She just sang us a little bit too at that. So if you missed it, you missed it, girl.
Yeah.
We played a couple of her songs as well. So give us the name of those songs that was just being played as well.
One was B.I.D., the other one was Best Friend, and Uchiwali. So they're all available on my SoundCloud. Soon I'll be on all platforms like Spotify, Apple, but that's when like my own original project drops.
Okay.
Videos too, so you know you gotta give people visuals, yada yada. So yeah.
Do you like doing covers?
Yeah, like they give me room to be more playful. When I do my own stuff, I feel like I'm mad strict.
Okay.
Like, but when I do covers, it's kind of like, okay, let me see how I can kind of mesh what they do and what I can do, and then just like, you know, make it a new collage.
See, okay, so with the covers, like, I feel like when it comes to performances, concerts, or more so showcases where you're not headlining, do you feel like you rather do the covers because you're not getting paid, or you feel like this is not necessarily the way you would want to present yourself? Sorry, let me just do a cover so that they can hear what I got going on, but I'm not going to give them what I have going on yet because this is not my situation per se.
Not only that, I would think because if you're new too, like joining the stage where people don't really know you like that, I think it's a good segue a little bit as a, you know, singing a familiar song or familiar music.
It's a little
So how do you feel like that?
So I wouldn't say it's more so about the oh, I'm not getting paid, so I'm gonna do a cover. It's more so of because like I kind of have to tailor what I'm performing to the crowd. So as of lately, it's been a whole lot of like hip hop shows. So I know that right now I can only give them these little hip hop, cute little whatever covers, because if I give them the real stuff, they might not necessarily be so receptive. But I did have an R&B show, and I was able to throw in my original stuff, and they were receptive. So it was just crazy. So what I'm gonna have to do is, but I mean, this is what I like to do, just create a little bit of everything, because I do whatever the fuck I want. So whenever I go to these hip hop shows, all right, I know what y'all want to hear. Okay, like this is easy. And then when I have an R&B show, okay, I know what y'all want to hear. This is easy.
So you get
Okay, so my whole thing is, all right, now I'm talking as a woman, women in the industry, women doing concerts, women in male-dominated everything or whatever. So how do you feel like you feature? How do you stay yourself? How do you not play into, okay, I need to show my ass, I need to show my titties, I need to do all these things, the gimmicks like we like to talk about, whatever. How do you stay true to yourself with catering to the men and still being true to yourself?
I don't know if I necessarily have to think about it too much, just being the way that I was raised, because you know when you raise Haitian, you on lockdown, so I don't really have to think. I don't have to think twice about it. Like I already know that. Like number one, I got an attitude problem, so there's a submissive. There's a submissive part to me that just can't be compromised. So it's just like, y'all want to see more, but you're not gonna see more. You either just gonna listen to me or you're just not gonna pay attention to me. Gotcha. You got the girls that you could go to if you want to see their ass and their tits. That's not what you're gonna see around here. That's cool. Like everybody got a flavor. It's like Baskin Robbins. It's 32 flavors. You don't gotta choose me. Yeah, like, and don't get it twisted, because I was talking to somebody recently and I was just like, I feel like social media really plays on insecurities. Like this shit is really a game. Like it's like it is a dangerous shit that you have in your hand every day. It wastes your time. It fucks with your mental. It can give you anxiety, fuck with your health. Like you'll be like, damn, I ain't rich enough. Next picture, damn, I ain't skinny enough. Next picture, damn, my makeup ain't lit enough. Next picture, damn, my job ain't lit enough. Like what the fuck?
The thing I like about her, she's very much simplicity. When I went on her page, I was expecting more on her Instagram, but it was just regular.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. And I was like, you know what? You need more pictures, because as like basically when I was posting her advertisement, everybody's like, who's that model? I'm like, she's not a model, she's an artist. And it's like the more I posted, the more they was keep on asking. And I was like, all right, cool, if you like her to, you know what I'm saying, to shoot, she starts at 75. Then I spoke to her, it's just like, yo, communicate with your fans. Then you hear, because it's like, It's like you can have over like 5,000 people following you. It just take that one person to notice.
Exactly.
And when I just noticed her, it's just like there's this other young lady. I don't think she live in Baltimore or Detroit. I'm like, you remind me of this girl. I forgot her name. I don't
Me
know.
too, but she's pretty popular.
She's dope. But when I started to follow her, she's just natural. Sometimes you don't have to say a lot. It's just like yo, take me as I am.
Yeah.
Her music is amazing. It's really nice. It's different. And at the end of the day, you should stick to who you are. Don't let nobody change you. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I'm a type of person, is just like in this industry, you have to learn how to represent yourself. And that's what she does. She represents herself. And at the end of the day, she's picky.
And
So-
know who you are. You stand true to you.
So my question for Tazz now. So how did you pick, strategically your artists and things that represent your showcase? How did you pick these artists?
Well, when it comes to representing like artists, my first artist I had the opportunity to work with by mistake was Chrisette Michelle.
Okay.
Having a production company, I started as a big time dancer. So after doing the movie You Got Served, I was like, I started doing production event. So I taught my dancers how to start my own company. So now we became an entertainment company because I had the opportunity to understand what the fashion industry was about when I was in Paris. I'm like, I can't do that. You need money for that.
Yeah.
But I know talent. So I started as a talent show act. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to see no talent show. Because when it came to doing my dance competition, we bought it. You know what I'm saying? We told a story, it was an energy. So at the end of the day, if you're looking to do a talent show, this is not the place.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to, fast forward, when it comes to April the 6th, actually, I met Raina through one of my models from 2013, my boy Ty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ty was, how would you say, interested. Very interested, young man. But at the end of the day, when you're a person that's soulful,
Pretty Ty?
Ty, he's just standing right there.
Oh, that's how. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And me, I go by people's...
Haitian Ty.
Yes. I go by people's energy. My soul is very bright. I knew that at the age of 9. So when you enter my casting, if you come in my room with a dark cloud, you need to exit out.
Bye.
But you know what I'm saying? This guy, he was around me all the time. But at the end of the day, he had his own, you know what I'm saying, his own drive. So you have to learn how to develop people's skill for who they are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if they're not ready, to let them float their boat.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, loyalty is everything. I met him in 2013. I still had to show him like basically who I am. His very first show with me was 1,700 people at Missouri.
Nice.
Then at the end of the day, he started doing his own thing.
Yeah.
But I was proud. The designers, the people that he was working with, he looked like a model. The day one. So coming from the hood and doing something totally different and trying to understand who you are, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of years later, he's the VP for,
His
for
label?
yes, Transcender Management. So now he's working on the artist that he's actually working with. You know what I'm saying? Which is Mikado. You know what I'm saying? Busy. He have a long name, but I just know Busy. And I met Raina. It's just like I was proud.
Yeah.
But now he's understanding difficulties when it comes to this industry.
Yeah.
But it basically, when it comes to our culture, we don't know who to trust.
Yep.
It's like that's a hard thing.
Yep.
So you have to understand, build relationship, and at the end of the day, if you are proud of somebody and giving up it's the same thing with you know what I'm saying, with Slim. I knew her for a while just from chilling with my top models. But at the end of the day, now just for me, it's like, hey, what's going on? This is what I'm doing. I'm sitting here with y'all today. Yeah. So you take the time to understand exactly what is music, what is entertainment, and that's what I bring to UDE. You know what I'm saying?
So we're actually going to bring in the next artist that we
Yes.
have. I want Raina, let us know where to find your music, what you got coming up as well.
So I am on Instagram. Sorry, I'm on Instagram. I'm fucking weirdo. Instagram, SoundCloud. Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, almost everything. But like I said, soon I'm gonna be on all streaming platforms. Raina Von Chase, REYNAVON Chase like the bank. As you know, we've been repetitive and promoting this relentlessly. April 6th, we're having a fashion show slash hair show slash concert. So, you know, right now the focus is that. I don't want anyone to think about anything else but that, because we've been promoting in that for so long. I'm not even talking about anything that's coming after. Just if you want to see me, come there, and then we'll talk about what comes after, because Tazz is driving us nuts. Nuts.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Of course.
So we're gonna introduce the next artist that Tazz has is going to kill the stage. Busy. Okay.
So for the next artist coming down, I want to know why you, because I know when it comes to artists or whatever, like your selection in terms of how you do shows, how you book concerts, how you book whatever, especially if you feel like you're at that point and I'm giving you time to sit your ass down.
Right.
I know when you reach a certain point in your career, there's certain things that you will or will not do. So how necessarily did you, even though you have time, whatever, how did you pick this show for you to premiere yourself or for you to be a part of it just in general? Like, why was this a show that you picked to do?
I mean, it just made sense. Busy getting wavy, you heard? It just made sense. Tazz, UD, and his company, they're so organized. You know what I'm saying? We've been working on this show for months in advance. I've never been a part of a situation where, you know, you're preparing months in advance. I've been in a lot of situations where it's like, boom, I got a show in 2 days. Like, sheesh, I didn't get time to situate everything. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't even hard to even figure out.
So do you feel like this would be good for your career? Do you feel like this is a stepping stone? Do you feel like Tazz has an impact on your career and the moves that you want to make in the future and your end goal?
I think anything you do in your career can just be good for your career and any type of experience you gain. You know what I'm saying? You got to put yourself out there. They got to see your face. You know what I'm saying? And
so all right. So what I'm trying to ask is, there's a lot of people who take opportunities but don't necessarily know what to do.
What
with
the
it.
intent is.
So this is an opportunity for you that could, you know, make or break you, or whatever the case may be. So what are you putting into this situation to make you?
I'm just trying to put my all into it, especially that performance. And it's on my birthday. Okay. So I'm trying to go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So who is Busy? Give us a rundown of who you are, you know, what got you into music and what led you to this point right now.
Well, first of all, it's Busy getting wavy, all right?
Okay.
Put respect on that.
I told you
You feel me? Gotta put respect on that. You feel me?
All right.
I mean, Busy getting wavy. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, you feel me? I started writing music since I was like 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? And then I used to go to recording studios at 15, 16, try to get everything situated. And then it was like, you know what? I need to figure out how to do this. So around 18, I started recording myself. Then I went to certain studios and started interning, learning how to engineer. And then I perfected it. Now I know how to mix and master all my music. So I don't go to engineers. I do this all myself. You feel me? And all my music is clean. You know what I'm saying? As far as quality, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, of course I curse. But as far as quality, it's radio ready and it's ready to go, because I had to train my ear and I had to really develop the skills as an engineer, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it really took.
What made you feel like that was important to do though?
Yeah.
Sometimes in life you don't want to just pay certain people, you know what I'm saying? You want to figure it out yourself, you know. That's another man in front of me. If he can figure it out, why can't I?
Okay, that's different. Because there's a lot of people.
That's
who,
real. Very different.
We asked the question last week with Johnny Flores. Shout out to him. What do you feel like is important?
Johnny Flores.
Yeah, Johnny Flores. That's the guy.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel like is the importance of owning your masters, owning your publishing, and having certain footing in your own career and in your say in your own career?
Oh, I'm glad y'all asked me that.
Nah,
That's what I always talk about what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
on.
That's very important. Artists, y'all need to own your masters. Y'all need to own everything y'all do, because.
But tell them why though. Yeah.
Because like these artists, they get into the game. Like I seen an interview with Blueface, and they was asking him about his deal, and he didn't even know his deal. He's like, I just know I'm rich. You're not rich, because they gave you a $200,000 advance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They own your music. You can't even license it somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't sell out to movies and stuff. They're getting money off that. They're getting money off that for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's very important to own your master. It's very important to own your music. Don't give your music away. That's why I'm very tedious with my music. Even my own mans, I be giving them a hard time. I don't want to send in my music all the time. Like, I care about my music so much.
He take care of his own
You know what I'm saying?
responsibility. That's what I like about him. He take care of his own
So it's like,
responsibility.
I just try to make sure everything's situated, but I would suggest every artist make sure you own your music because it's yours. And we're not in the era where we need a label. Like, it's a social media era. You can build a following. You can build up your music, and you can get 100% of what you created. You know what I'm saying? So,
So what's the most important part of you being in this industry field? Like, is it the passion? Is it the fame? Is it the money? What means the most to you?
It's definitely not the
It's
fame.
your
I love
It's
music.
the
I love
impact,
music,
right.
and I just want to get my voice out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing little answers and certain stuff just to get in the door.
Right.
But it's like once you get to that platform, you have a responsibility to like help the youth, to talk to the community, to make a difference. A lot of these rappers, they get into that platform, they're just worried about the wrong things,
Right.
all the extra jewelry, things that really don't matter, like blowing their money. Like, you gotta really create change. You got that platform for a reason. God didn't grant you this for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really the end goal. I want to make some changes
So
in
which
my own
song-
community.
So which song of yours would you say has the most impact on others?
Most impact. I have a song. It's unreleased. I didn't release it yet. It's called "Let It Be Great." I'm not playing it today, unfortunately.
So let it be great.
Let me be great.
Let me be great.
You know what I'm saying? It's a motivational record. I'm gonna perform it though on the
Okay.
6th. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
April
have it today.
6th?
Yeah, April
Should make a
6th. My
performance
birthday, by the
on
way.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, but yeah. It's just a motivational record. It's just talking about struggle, talking about how people try to hold you back, talking about how people try to give you all this negativity and they try to project it on you because of things going on in their life, telling you you can't do this and you can't do that. Like, no, I can do this and I'm going to. I'm not gonna allow you to stop me.
So what was the most discouraging thing somebody said to you that actually motivated you? Bitch, we here.
I got all the questions.
Sorry, we don't talk about it.
I got questions.
Okay.
I think it was an ex. She told me I wasn't gonna be shit.
Nah, say that to the mic a little
Right.
one more time so she can hear you.
I think it was an ex. She told me I wasn't gonna be shit.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, that was motivation. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like,
So that pushed you to do what? Did it push you
Right.
to show her wrong, or did it push you to be like, I know, bitch, I know I'm great.
Right.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you say. This is me
I already
showing.
know my path.
Like I don't
Right.
need you or you or you or you or you.
Validation.
I'm just gonna continue to do what I'm doing. Like, so more so, was it because she said that, so you proving it to her, or are you proving it to yourself?
Right.
I think I'm gonna put her in a category with a lot of negative people. I'm gonna prove it to all of them. You gotta kill them with success. I'm not even gonna project negativity on you. I'm gonna kill y'all with success and let y'all be mad about your own lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can only stop yourself from greatness. That's how I see it.
Facts.
So like, those words is really not nothing. That's not even phasing me. You
Yeah.
feel me? I don't work too hard for this. I got no choice but to win.
Okay, so sidebar. What's your top 3 favorite artists?
Top 3. Fabulous, of course. I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Cody fucking Fab. Kanye West.
Okay.
On a creative level, you know what I'm saying? He produces, mixes his own music, all of that.
Would you go to Sunday service?
What?
Would you go to Sunday? Would you stomp the dirt with her?
Not a Kanye service.
So, and who was the last one?
Last one, Nas.
All right.
His lyrical ability. Nas is just the truth.
You
I
heard
put
New
Nas
York,
over
right?
Hov. I'm not
You
even
heard New
gonna hold
York.
you.
Right. So as a New Yorker,
I'm sticking to that. Like, lyrically, I'm putting Nas over Hov. How you feel about that, Capital? That's. I'm sorry. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm just talking about a lyrical standpoint. I'm not even talking about record soul. I'm not even talking about record soul, celebrity status, and all of that. I'm talking about bar. I'm talking about lyricism for a second. Nas just,
Thank you.
you know.
Thank you.
My last question
Studio
is, what do you
shaking.
think, as a New Yorker too, what do you think New York brings to hip hop?
At this point, or just in general?
Yeah, because you got niggas in Atlanta saying that Atlanta's running it. So
you know what I'm saying?
what you saying?
I don't know, New York's all over the place, especially when we had a Rainbow Head running around going crazy. Like, I really don't know what to say about New York right now. You know me? But I know Busy and Wavy's trying to represent. That's all I know. I'm trying to rep.
So what is it that you want to bring to, and represent for New York, especially?
And put New York on the map.
How is it you want to put New York on the map?
Well, pretty much with my music and what I'm trying to bring, like, I'm an artist who's very versatile. I don't like to stay in one lane. I have so many different kind of records. You be like, is that still you? Like, I like to switch it up. So I'm gonna bring a certain creativity level. I feel like hip hop lacks that. A lot of people just copying the same person, and they're not really focusing on their lyrics. They're not doing enough. They're just too comfortable, especially when they get that big bag. They're just getting this dude saying anything at this point. Like, they don't even care. Like, so that's what I really want to bring to the table. Like,
okay, so
versatility.
How do you push your pen? Versatility aside, how do you push your pen? Like, literally, what's your technical process?
Well, since I've been writing so long, it only takes me 15 minutes to come up with a verse. That's really not even a struggle at this point. Like, it's really the beat. The beat has to talk to me. If the beat doesn't talk to me, I'm not even gonna touch that beat. Like, the beat is gonna give me the words. The beat, God, like, it's gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? But I take my time with my lyrics.
So talk about your style, cause we see you got the locks going on. You know what I'm saying? This is locks that I have not seen.
Yeah, I know. You don't see that in New York. I'm gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
All right. So this style, I seen Florida dudes doing it, but they look a little too dirty. You feel me? So I was trying to.
He is stressing me out. He's stressing me out.
I was trying to do it so. I was trying to do it so it's rugged, but it's not too filthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still fly in New York in a way. I'm sorry, some of them rappers, they do it a lot.
You trying to name somebody? What's up? We gonna tag them.
She got me from Florida, man. She got me from Florida.
It's all the controversy. I like that. Let's do it.
So who you talking about?
I'm just saying in general, like, they don't rock it right. So I wanted to do that style because I don't see no one in New York rocking that. So it's like when I promote my records, I'm gonna start promoting like that. Promoting on Instagram, I'm gonna start promoting and tag Florida like as one of the targeted places. So Florida people, they would see me and they think it's a Florida rapper. They hear the lyrics, so they're like, yo, he sound way better than these guys.
Wow.
That's how you attract.
He sound like he busy getting wavy.
Yeah. That's how you attract their whole fan base. I can take their whole fan. Because, they're not saying a bunch of nothing. Marbles in their mouth. So
it's somebody in Florida that he's with the smoke.
He said mumble no mumble.
He want the smoke with whoever's in Florida right now.
I'm not
swiping, no swiping. Mumble no mumble.
Right. So what should we expect from you from Tazz's show?
Oh, I'm gonna turn up. You feel me? I did a couple rehearsals with Tazz. Tazz gave me some good advice on my energy level and stuff. So I'm gonna work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you more laid back normally when you perform, or?
Nah, I be turned, but I can get out of breath, and I can't. Once I get out of breath, I might lose control of my lyrics and stuff. When I'm spitting. So it's like breath control is very important when you're performing.
That's another part of artists. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So,
artist etiquette is very important. It's a lot. You have to understand, going on tour, that's like doing a concert is work. Doing You Got Served, after that I'm like, yo, I don't want to dance no more. It's like it's non-stop, but you want the fans, you have to entertain the fans. So you perform, you rehearse, then you entertain. You perform, you rehearse, then you entertain, then you go into another country, interviews, hype, you lit.
Yeah.
There's no sleep.
Nobody. Listen, there's a couple people canceling their concerts. Don't be the one.
Exactly. So my last question to you is, what's your favorite
like a
part
pillow.
of performing?
The crowd reception. Like, I got a whole list of things I'm gonna do while I'm performing, and it's more than just the music. I'm gonna talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to engage with them because I need those extra followers. What's up? Feel me?
No. So real quick, I need to know this, and I hope every artist in here. Do you smoke a drink before you go on stage? Because that's one of my pet peeves. When people get so twisted, so sick, they get on stage, they got their friends that roll they
I got my
split.
cup right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say
Yo,
that.
they only wait till they get on stage to light the split. So, do you feel like that's part of your creative process in terms of how you perform, or you know what I'm saying? You feel like you don't need that.
I won't be like this split that night. Like I'll be like this split before because it's my birthday, so you gotta understand. I'm gonna be done. By the time I get the stage, I'm finished. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have a cup of my hand on the stage for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, just so
But
you
is it necessary, or has it become kind of a crutch for you, or are you good without?
Oh no, I don't need that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say most of my performances I didn't even drink or anything.
Okay.
I like to be sober, like you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be sloppy. You want to look, you know, as good as possible.
Right.
I take this serious, like.
All right, so tell them where to find you and anything you got going on.
You can find me anywhere. Anywhere there's music, you're gonna see Busy and Wavy. BUSYGETN. GETN. I'm a little saucy.
See?
WAVEY.
I just said.
Follow me on the gram at Busy and Wavy. BUSYGETN. WAVEY.
Listen, we gonna tag it.
Right.
Tag me. Tag me.
Alright guys,
Word.
remember April 6th, it's going
April 6th, my
down.
brother. I'm going crazy. I'm not even playing with them.
Yes,
I definitely would like to thank, you know,
Yes,
Lethal
Tazz. Final words.
Lethal Lipz.
He smacked too.
We all right. We all get
This is my third time being here, and it's like the support has been real. You know what I'm saying? I've been in this industry for a good like 24 years, and I'm still finding different people to sponsor me to work with. And Slim's like, yo, I got you. I saw her at Ashley's event, which was a big turn up, and basically started following y'all. I'm like, wow, damn, these girls is a great deal. And it's like, I want to be hip just like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of what you're doing. April the 6th, I just want you to do you. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the press. Just, you know what I'm saying, bless the space. And I'm just, now, you know what I'm saying, it's like, I hear that, you're working on certain things, and it's like, I would love to work with y'all, because your energy is my soul. Thank you so much, you know what I'm saying? This is
so
still
April
home.
6th, one more time, April 6th.
April 6th, we're going to be at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center. So that's 153-10 Jamaica Avenue, Queens. Doors open up at 5 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Miss Sophia Davis from Fashion Avenue News, over 30 years in the business, is my special guest. Miss Azia is going to be there. We have a lot of special high-end designers. Miss Kamakachi Black. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just come out. Just definitely, you know what I'm saying, come out. And to be continued, just to let you know, June the 23rd, we have a big rooftop barbecue event that we're going to be doing. All swimwear fashion. Thank you all so much. The love is real. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
My ass is gonna be out. My
Nice.
ass gonna be out.
Yes, y'all heard it here first, guys. Make sure you show up and show love. You know how we do. Follow us on Instagram at lethal_lips with a Z_podcast. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, all that good shit. All snack.
Everybody busy getting wavy.
That's how you use that day.
Exactly.
It's not no more lit.
Alright, guys.
Make sure you follow her.
Yes, _classic with a Q. And follow my baby King Sylvie.
That's King Sylvie, KINGSLV. Bye, because I'm that bitch and we the plug.
It's all love.
And follow Blackout at DJ Blackout CEO. Follow Don Rico _HHO. Follow the culture at Follow the Culture. And you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Follow us on everything: Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, everything.
Yes, shout out to BYB Network, guys. We have a couple more new podcasts that will be joining us as well to the station and all that, guys. So, you know, if you have any interest, if you have any podcasts or anything like that, you know, follow BYB Network.
And we busy getting wavy. Yeah. We out here.